students who are here to attend today's motivational lecture on key to happiness and success. Our Honorable Vice Chancellor will join soon.
Recording in progress.
And the key speaker, Dr. S.M. Shivprakasha, is also here, who is the former director and Dean at College of Fisheries, Mangaluru. I welcome Dr. S.M. Shivprakasha in this session and thank him for sparing his time, valuable time, to help us in decoding the key to happiness and success. I think happiness is the most valuable personal good that lies within us only. No one can make us happy unless we are ready and willing to cherish what we have. Sir will throw more light on this during his talk. I gratefully welcome Dr. Rameshwar Singh, sir, who will join later, Honorable Vice Chancellor, for his presence in the meeting. Sir is the constant source of inspiration for all of us, and his mere presence is enough to delight, motivate, and recharge us. I extend my welcome to Dr. Veer Singh, Dean PGS, Dr. G.K. Prasad, Dean Veterinary Science College, Dr. A.K. Thakur, Dean SJDT Patna. I also welcome Dr. Ravindra Kumar, Director Research, who is also the Nodal Officer of NAHEP BASU. I welcome Dr. Satish Garg, Registrar BASU, and all the senior officers of the university. I also welcome Dr. Raman Trivedi, Director of Student Welfare BASU, who is the Chief Architect of this program. Finally, I welcome all the faculty members, students who are here to attend this motivational talk. Thank you very much. Now, I invite Dr. Raman Kumar Trivedi for introductory remarks.
Thank you, Dr. Avdesh Jhaji. And at the outset, I, from my own behalf and university, welcome all the senior officers and key person for today's seminar, our main speaker, Dr. Shivprakash sir. As you all know that this series we started thinking that how in this pandemic condition, where everywhere we look, whenever we see newspapers, media, everywhere some mostly negativity we are finding. So in this negativity, but there are hope, there are always light after darkness. And we call it in our Sanatan, this one, Tamso Ma Jyotirgamaya. Wherever there is light, darkness, you just light the lamp. This lighting the lamp will automatically diminish the darkness. So this is our small endeavor from BASU administration side to see that our students, staff, they are engaged in positivity. Though we all know that surrounding our friends, relatives, people have suffered or are being victims of this coronavirus. But still I can say that always you see in past history of our India or world, there had been many instances of adversities, whether it is World War or before that you go Mahabharata or Ramayana era or whatever you say. Even you see the whoever came out in the society for the benefit of the world and society, they had to suffer, whether it is Jesus, whether it is Shukrat or Islam, wherever you see, they had to suffer, but ultimately light and truth prevailed. So same thing we also expect in this case. We had 1934 plague, we have seen thousands, lakhs of people died during that plague also. Earthquakes, many other disasters. But ultimately people have come out with flying colors and again regenerated the life. So life will continue. So with this background and keeping in mind of our students, present status and staff and teachers, we had organized this series. In this series, 2 talks already have been already given, and this today is being delivered by one of the main, I can say, one of the most followed in fisheries world, especially personality, Dr. S.M. Shivprakash sir. He has been my teacher and one of the not only excellent teacher, excellent orator, but his personality you cannot judge by just 1 hour or like that. He is a gem of not only person, teacher, but also having all the you can say ingredients of wholesome personality development. Good in music, he's a good singer, good artist, he can draw
Recording
anything,
stopped.
a good artist, and many other aspects. His family itself, his mother is very, you can say, in literary world known in Karnataka. He himself is known in literary world, dramatist, Yakshagana. We all know that in Karnataka, Dakshin Karnataka, that is famous folk. So many other talents he has. He's also our adjunct professor in College of Fisheries, Mangalore. And so apart from that, he has his many other things. Dr. Avdesh will speak about that. So it's such a personality and always positivity. See, sir's age maybe 62, 63 age, but you see he's also, you can say, this health freak, we call it, always keeping his health priority, physical fitness. So it's such a nice person, and this one, I think we all will be benefited by his talk. The first slide itself indicates, just see how positivity and happiness can be. I think I was just some 1-2 teachers send me one message, that this is good topic you have selected. And I told him, he wrote something, then I told, happiness itself is a success. If you are happy, you need not get any other success. That is the success of your life. So I hope today's topic will benefit each and everyone. So with these words, I thank everyone. Dr. Abdul.
Thank you, Ramanji.
Thank you, sir.
For your kind words.
We are very, very keen to listen to the key speaker, because topic is so exciting and it will certainly going to help us in our life to bust the stress. So I feel honored and privileged to introduce Dr. S.M. Shivprakash, former Director of Extension and Dean, College of Fisheries, Mangaluru. Prior to that, he has served as Professor and Head Department of Fishery Resources and Management, College of Fisheries, Mangaluru. He has obtained PhD from Mangaluru University. He has also PG diploma from Burjan University, 10 months research attachment at Stirling University, UK, and 3 months international training course on EEZ management at Dalhousie University, Halifax, Canada. So he has a lot of external exposures too. Then he has won a lot of awards. Sir has also obtained a number of awards, of which some of the important awards are Young Scientist Award and Interlab Ambala Gold Medal by Indian Academy of Ichthology in 1986. Then Best Research Project Presentation Award of ICR SIFRI Kolkata in 2002. University Gold Medalist in Youth Festival for Mono Acting. So such a versatile character, sir, is. He has accomplished a number of assignments successfully, always serving as.
अवधेश, तुम्हारा माइक म्यूट हो गया.
Sorry. Again, let me introduce again, sir. I feel honored and privileged to introduce Dr. S.M. Shivprakash, former Director of Extension, Fisheries Extension and Dean College of Fisheries Management, Mangaluru. Then, prior to that, he served as professor and head Department of Fisheries Resource Management, College of Fisheries, Mangaluru. He has obtained PhD from Mangalore University. He has a PG diploma from Virgin University, then 10 months research attachment at Stirling University, UK, and 3 months international training course on EEZ management at Dalhousie University, Halifax, Canada. He has obtained a number of awards of Vish Sambar Young Scientist Award and Interlab Ambala Gold Medal by Indian Academy of Ichthyology, 1986. Then Best Research Project Presentation Award of ICR, Sefri Kolkata in 2002, and University Gold Medalist in Youth Festival for Mono Acting. So such a versatile character, sir, he is. He has also accomplished a number of assignments successfully, of which some are, he is serving as member of Board of Management at Tamil Nadu Fisheries University, Chennai. He served as Secretary of Association of British Scholars, Mangalore chapter. And he has prolifically published a number of publications. Sir has published several books and research articles in reputed journals. Besides, he has published 31 books on farmers' literature on animal husbandry, dairying, and fisheries. As I told you, sir is a versatile character, and being a man of versatile character, he has been actively involved in poetry composing, portrait sketching, stage acting. He's also All India Radio Grade B artist, presenting humor programs, then personality development programs like Key to Happiness, Zeal for Life, etc. So, without taking much of time, I invite Dr. SM Shivprakasa, sir, to deliver the lecture. Sir, please.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Sir.
मेहरबानो, खदरदानो, दोस्तों, यारो, अरे खेल देखो खेल। One, two, three, yep. दुनिया में रहना है तो काम कर प्यारे, हाथ जोड़ सबको सलाम करो प्यारे। दुनिया में रहना है तो काम करो प्यारे, हाथ जोड़ सबको सलाम करो प्यारे। वरना ये दुनिया जीने नहीं देगी, खाने नहीं देगी, पीने नहीं देगी। खेल कोई नया शुभ शाम करो प्यारे। दुनिया में रहना है तो काम करो प्यारे, हाथ जोड़ सबको सलाम करो प्यारे। वरना ये दुनिया जीने नहीं देगी, खाने नहीं देगी, पीने नहीं देगी। खेल कोई नया शुभ शाम करो प्यारे, है हाथ जोड़ सबको सलाम करो प्यारे। पैसे बिना दुनिया में रोटी नहीं मिलती, रोटी नहीं मिलती, लंगोटी नहीं मिलती। पैसे बिना दुनिया में रोटी नहीं मिलती, रोटी नहीं मिलती, लंगोटी नहीं मिलती। नाम अपना लो, बदनाम करो प्यारे, हाथ जोड़ सबको सलाम करो प्यारे। है दुनिया में रहना है तो काम करो प्यारे। Friends, I started off with this song because it is a philosophical song from the film Hathi Mere Saathi, Rajesh Khanna being the hero, in that movie, the message that is given out through this song is that we have to do work to survive in this world. So in order to survive, we have to work hard. Only through our actions, there will be happiness. Our actions may not bring happiness, but there will be no happiness without action. I don't sing because I am happy. I am happy because I sing. William James has said it. Success is not the key to happiness. Happiness is the key to success. Shivers. When you are happy, that is success. Dr. Raman Trivedi said it in the beginning. If you are happy, that itself is success. Spread happiness and get happiness. We become successful by what we get, but we become happy by what we give. There is a Sanskrit shloka which we studied in our high school. Ashvashya bhushanam vego mattam shadgaja bhushanam chaturyam bhushanam naryaha udyogo narabhushanam. For horses, it is the speed that is bhushana. For elephants, it is that mother that is bhushana. For a woman, it is the chaturate, smartness, that is bhushana. And for a man, it is job, it is work, that is bhushana. Supreme happiness and supreme peace shall be the supreme goals of our life. Sri Siddheshwara Swamiji of Bijapur, Karnataka, he says, how beautifully he has put it. If our aim is to acquire these two entities, that is supreme happiness and supreme peace, you don't need anything else. These are of paramount importance. I just want to give a background information, background details, so that we move into the subject. You know, the great Greek philosopher Socrates, he led a beautiful life. Someone asked his wife, Xantippe, who was very beautiful. She was supposed to be very beautiful. Someone asked Xantippe, why did you marry ugly looking Socrates? She told, look, I got to marry him not by looking at his looks, but by looking at his beautiful life. What a beautiful life he is leading. I went for that. So we need to aim at having a beautiful life. For that, we need to be happy. But before we acquire happiness, which of course comes from within, we need to be enthusiastic. I have prepared a flowchart here. It is that enthusiasm, the zeal for life, that drives us to develop passion for the work we have chosen. Once you start loving your work, you know, you will begin to enjoy that, and then you will automatically become happy. And with that happy frame of mind, when you keep doing your routine works, success is bound to be at your hand reach. Then our life will become beautiful. So being enthusiastic in life is the prerequisite not only to make life successful, but also beautiful. I want our student community particularly to have a look at this picture. Nobody will build throne for you. You have to build yours yourself. Look at this child sitting like a monarch, like the king. He has built his own throne. That is the way we have to build our life. right from student life. Well, friends, I just want to highlight what is the speciality of this man, Homo sapiens sapiens. As we all know, during evolution, fishes existed first, emerged first 50 crore years back as among chordates. Fishes evolved 50 crore years back, whereas man evolved barely 20 lakh years back, only 2 million years back. The two, you and I, like looking, Homo sapiens sapiens emerged very recently, barely 1 to 3 lakh years before. But today, man is the master of biosphere. He can kill an elephant with a single bullet shot. Where is man? Where is elephant? Let him do WWF with elephant and win? No, he would never ever try that, because he knows that elephant would crush him to death instantly. Gift of intelligence to man has enabled him to be the master of biosphere. He, because of that intelligence, he invented bow and arrow and angling for fish. So man is the blessed creature on earth because he is the only creature who can laugh. It is not seen in any other animal kingdom. Well, friends, happiness. You ask anybody, what do you want in life? Everyone will say, I want happiness. True. Even Lord Krishna has given a sermon in Gita highlighting importance of happiness. Well, friends, human endeavors have been marvelous on this earth. You know, starting from fire, wheel, computers, and today mobile, all these inventions have dramatically changed our lifestyle. What next? We don't know. Well, our Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam has given a simple strategy for our students how to go about success, meeting success. His strategy is that every student should have a great aim. Dreaming low is a crime. Dreaming low is a crime. Continuously, you should acquire knowledge and indulge in hard work and be perseverant, and then success follows. Well, friends, am I audible?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay, because there was some problem here. Okay, fine. Thank you. Sorry. So basic qualities that each one of us should possess are the following: happiness, gratitude, contentment, then activeness, and then enthusiasm. As long as we possess these traits, we can achieve anything in the world. But just imagine, you have all of them except gratitude. Your very energy is a drain. Your personality assumes zero. So gratitude is very important. The teachers who have taught us, we should always be grateful to them. Whoever helps us in our life, we should be grateful to them. It is a wonderful virtue that we all must always keep in the foremost of our thinking. Well, Mahatma Gandhiji has given a wonderful definition. What is happiness? Happiness is when what you think, what you say, and what you do, as long as these three are in harmony, there exists happiness. Beautifully said. And someone has defined in a very interesting way, happiness is a mental state of well-being characterized by positive emotions ranging from contentment to intense joy. So it encompasses everything. Well, friends, key to happiness, I'll come to the subject proper. The first and foremost requirement is a sound mind in a sound body.
Scientist है.
if you can, pardon? No
Sir,
problem.
you continue, sir. No problem.
Yeah, okay. You know, a sound mind in a sound body is a must. That means we should pay attention to our physique, our overall health. As a student, we must pay first attention to that. Swami Vivekananda had said, I need men with muscles of iron and nerves of steel, in which dwells the stuff that is made out of thunderbolt. He wanted Indian youth to be strong physically so that he will have sound health. If you recollect, 100 years back, our country was so backward. Everywhere there was diseases, contagious diseases. There was filth, dirt everywhere, no cleanliness concept. So he was feeling so sorry for his country and for the youth. That's why he gave this call. I tell you, when I was in high school, when I heard this statement, that had made such an impact on me. From the very next day, I started going to Vyayam Shala and I learned yoga, pranayama, and then gym. So I began to build my body. My passion continued even after coming to Mangalore Fisheries College as a student. In 1978, I won the title Best Physics Competition, Mr. Fishco, Mr. Fisheries College. In 79 also, I continued to hold the same title. That means that passion we have to imbibe. And then Swami Vivekananda's one inspirational quote is to be shared with all of you, especially with our student community. After his famous tour of Europe and America, when Swami Vivekananda returned home, somebody asked Swamiji, Swamiji, now that you have seen the West, what did you learn from the West? Swamiji replied, there I saw in the national hearts of Europe and America a tremendous power of faith in people themselves. An English boy will tell you, I am an Englishman, I can do anything. An American boy will tell you, I am an American man, I can do anything. So will any European boy. Will any of our Indian boys say the same thing here? No. Not even the boys' fathers. We have lost faith in ourselves. These were the lamenting words of Swami Vivekananda, of course, 100 years back. I wish Swamiji was alive today to see that our Indian youth have demonstrated to the world that they are number one in information technology. They are going to be number one in biotechnology and whatnot. Our Indian youth, that very talent itself is appreciated by the Western world. Barack Obama, when he was president, he was advising his students in school. Look at Indian children. They are very hardworking. They are very good in English. They are very good in maths. You people, you children, you waste your time playing on mobiles, video games. You learn from Indian children. See, this is the credit given to our great Indian heritage of school education. Friends, going further, second point, I would like to go fast. Feel good about yourself, your talent and attitude. Each one of us are endowed with one or the other talent. We must nurture those talents and then we should be successful in life. Swami Vivekananda has said, our talents are our strength. So please keep this in mind. The third key, I would say, be satisfied and appreciate what you have. How can we become Bill Gates? Each one can, all of us become Bill Gates. So we should accept our limitations and recognize your talent and potential, and with great aim, with hard work and perseverance, as Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam has said, we will definitely see success. Fourth point is good sense of humor. See, this is very important. Each one of us, whether students or faculty or common citizen, we should have that sense of humor. Mahatma Gandhi had said, I would have committed suicide long back if I had no sense of humor. If I had no good sense of humor, I would have committed suicide long back. So that goes to say how important it is to be humorous. Now, I just would like to quote very quickly 2 humorous poems. You know, in Karnataka, we have one poet called Dundiraj. He is an agriculture graduate from Bangalore. He has composed more than 5,000 humorous poems. I know more than 200 by heart. Okay, I would like to translate it into English and then say, but it's difficult to translate, but I have tried my best. Look at this. Our poet he was bank manager in Corporation Bank. And about bank life only, he has composed many. One goes like this. Fed up with bank work, I decided to go for a picnic. Fed up with bank work, I decided to go for a picnic and boarded the train. But there also the same noise, checkbook, 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 checkbook. So he is getting puzzled. Here also I am hearing same word. And then another poem was recited by a college girl in one of the poets' meet. It attracted my attention. You know, she has composed in a humorous way. Let me try to translate it into Hindi. With little knowledge of my Hindi, I would like to translate this, her poem, humorous poem. लड़कियों ने पहनते हैं लड़कों का जीन्स पैंट और शर्ट. लड़कियों ने पहनते हैं लड़कों का जीन्स पैंट और शर्ट. अगर ताकत है तो लड़कों ने पहन के दिखा दे लड़कियों का स्कर्ट. ऐसे वो उन्होंने पोयम लिखा था. So sense of humor is very important. We should go in search of humor. Our life will be wonderful. Then the fifth key is hobbies and creativity. You know, we should always go for creative thinking. You know, in this world, in our country, there are what do we call that? Alcoholics. We have workaholics, but we don't have thinkaholics. We don't think. We simply just do the work routinely without application of mind. So we have to be creative. This is very important. And hobbies, of course, there is no need for me to emphasize, you know, music, art, sports, dramatics, poetry, so many other hobbies, reading particularly. You know, someone has said we should read at least 100 books before we die in our lifetime. And I always go into puzzle. I have hardly read 12 books. When will I read the remaining 90 books? I don't know. I would like to advise our students, take it seriously from today itself. Read good books. Maybe you would surpass 1,000 by the time you grow into old age. Well, so having hobbies is very important. You know, one thing, as a professor of fisheries resources and management, whenever I gave a 1 hour lecture and I was happy with that, I started converting 1 hour lecture into a poem. So I have composed around 35 poems. In that, 25 are fisheries poems. So one fisheries poem I would like to highlight, which simply states how important fish is as a item of food for the human beings on earth. Fish is a unique creature and a wonderful gift of nature. Fishermen's livelihood depends entirely on their capture. Fishermen's life is always an adventure, who invest their energy in hard labor to land fish that is bumper. Fish is a precious commodity of nutrient mixture, proteins, fats, carbohydrates, vitamins and minerals in that order. Fish is said to be the savior of mankind in future, If only our fishermen conserve fish and nurture and catch only what is surplus of nature. Thank you. So going further, having good friends, I tell you, we all should strive to have good friends. You all know the famous adage, tell me your friends, I will tell you who you are and what you are. Somebody says, how true it is. The kind of company we keep decides our future. Only yesterday, when I was browsing literature, I found one anecdote worth sharing here. You know, Sudha Murthy of Infosys, she once went to Dubai to deliver a guest lecture. After the guest lecture, there was one person waiting to meet her. And then he came near, Madam, do you recognize me? Oh, sorry, I can't. Madam, I am your classmate. Furtado. Oh, Furtado. Furtado. I know. But what are you doing? Madam, I am doing sultry jobs. Oh, I was working in that place, this place, I have changed. Why? What happened? I did not study like you, madam. I did not concentrate at my studies. I was bunking classes and I am paying heavy price. I am doing only small time jobs, madam. Friends, just imagine, this is a live example Sudha Murthy has shared so that every student realize how important it is to make use of golden life, student life, not just to read and get high score, but at the same time, develop the personality. Having good friends is of paramount importance. Imagine, just be well known that if you are not a nice person, nobody will welcome you. If you are not a nice person, nobody will welcome you. We have to keep that in mind. We have to develop our personality such that we should be a nice person in the society. Seventh point is creativity. I have already told you. One startling example I would like to share, especially for our students. You know, Sir Isaac Newton, who doesn't know, who discovered gravitational force on Earth. You know, some 350, 400 years back, right? You know, at that time, whenever guests went to his house, they had one complaint. Newton, there is something wrong with your gate. Why don't you get it rectified? We find it very difficult to rotate that gate and come inside your house. Oh, you mean that gate? Okay. After some time, maybe a month or two, when the same guests went to his house, they gave the same complaint. Newton, you have not got it rectified. We find it very difficult to open the gate by rotating like this. It's very difficult. Oh, you mean the gate? Okay, next time. Third time also, when they made the same complaint, Newton says, no, I am not going to get it repaired. Why? Because every single time it is rotated, 5 gallons of water goes to my overhead tank. What a novel idea. After all, he is a great inventor. You just think about, at that time, there was no electricity. How to pump water from sump tank to overhead tank? As we all know, we had giant wheels with numerous buckets used to lift water and then pour. He was extracting labor work from his guests. That is the beauty of creativity. Okay, friends. Okay, the 8th point is helping others. You know, we should always keep in our mind that only by helping that you can be happy. We have to help others whenever any need arises to the best ability of ours. We should do that service, helping others. I would like to share with you one of my favorite examples. I invariably quote this to our students. This is a repetition for those, in case maybe Raman Kumar must have listened to this. You know, Bertrand Russell, as we all know, the famous American philosopher who lived for 100 years, 100 years back. He lived for 100 years. Fruitful year he lived as a great philosopher. This Bertrand Russell, once when he was walking on the streets of New York, he came across one of his old Cheddi Dost. Oh, when he saw Peter, hello Peter, how are you? How are you? He was so happy. He was so happy to meet his old Cheddi Dost. Then they were exchanging pleasantries, and then that classmate of his, he says, Russell, I feel very proud and happy that my classmate is a world famous philosopher. So nice to meet you after so many years. By the by, Russell, can you please help me? He says, what do you want? I am in financial penury. Will you please give me $50? I can solve my problem, financial difficulty. When he requested for $50, our philosopher gives a deep thought. He thinks for a while, and then he says, okay, Peter, I'll give you $50, but under one condition, that you should not give it back to me. You should give it to someone who is in similar problem and trouble, and put the same condition to him, that he should not give it back to you. He should hand over and pass it on to someone else who is in similar distress. What an idea. He agreed, and he took $50 and he went. The same evening, our Bertrand Russell happened to go and meet his close friend, very famous, then at that time, very famous poet, Henry Burton, his close friend. He goes and tells him, hey, Burton, today I did this. What do you say? What a noble thought you have got. You have done a wonderful service. Then he instantly composes a poem. Henry Burton composes a poem. It goes like this. Have you had your kindness shown? Pass it on, pass it on. It is not given for thee alone. Pass it on, pass it on. Let it travel down the years. Let it wipe another's tears. Pass it on, pass it on. Did you hear the loving word? Like the singing of a bird. Pass it on, pass it on. So we should help the needy and be creative there also. So just this example should inspire each one of us that helping the needy is of paramount importance by each one of us. It's not moving. Settings. Just a minute. Okay. Kindly bear with me 2 minutes. Shall I try?
Right.
Audio settings. PC power adapter type cannot be determined. Now the charge. Yeah, Wi-Fi ಇದೆ. Am I audible, Raman?
Yes, sir, audible.
Okay, okay.
Fine.
Yeah, we are.
Slides are also being seen, sir.
Okay. Pardon?
Slides also we are able to see. No problem.
Oh, okay, fine. Yeah. See. See, Paulo Coelho has said, the life gives us so much opportunities. That is the beauty of life. We should take the advantage of that. See, I'm showing you some of the visuals here. It makes us so happy. When you look at nature, it makes us so happy. And we should always find time to go out and be with nature and enjoy looking at its beauty. Oh, we can touch, no? This is touch screen.
It is slow. System is slow.
Okay. It's moving anyway. Okay, right. Photography. See what a beautiful art it is. One of my friends, Mr. Puneet Shetty from Mangalore. He's a very good photographer, and I have just brought it here to show you. I think system is slow, so it is changing. Okay, friends, life is all about three things: winning, losing, and sharing. Winning friends, losing bad habits, and sharing happiness. Happiness is that which you will acquire only when you share it. See, learning, crucial aspect of student life. Learning gives us happiness. When we intensely get ourselves engaged in learning process, you will forget the world. That is what it's called as flow. That flow we must experience. So we should concentrate our objectives of studies and then focus with great concentration. I told you already, we should at least aim at reading 100 books, good books. And worry. Don't worry. Put the worry at its proper place out of your life. Never ever think about that. Think about only positive things. During this pandemic, many people are losing life because of the fear. That fear of losing life, all kinds of negativity that comes to mind results in mortality. So we must not lose our self-confidence. Never ever let your mind to think negatively. If you stay positively, you can overcome any obstacles. Okay. Only one, sir. Okay, it will go fast. I keep one. Okay. Well, friends, very quickly, I want to share with you, our students, ideas. We must put our ideas into practice. See, many people have so many ideas, but they never practice and put into practice. So ideas put into practice and action, it will result wonderful, it will yield wonderful results. So all our ideas we should never waste. But one thing, 90% of the people we come across, they have negative thoughts. They always think that you are not going to be successful. You cannot win this race. Nobody will tell you will win. Only you have to have that self-confidence in you. Sir M. Vishveshwaraya, as all of you know, greatest engineer that India has produced, Bharat Ratna, Sir M. Vishveshwaraya, he was Diwan of Mysore in Karnataka. He has come up, he has, in his individual capacity, he has accomplished 27 major accomplishments. For instance, you see, KRS, Mysore, HAL, Bangalore, Bhadravati Iron and Steel Factory, Government Soap Factory, Kannada Sahitya Parishat, Mysore University, Shivana Samudra, and then go to Khadakwasla reservoir, first time the sluice gates, automatic sluice gates installed. And then first time in Asia, electricity was brought to Bangalore. Like this, 27 accomplishments. Jog Falls Power Generation Unit, block system in water irrigation, parasitoid laboratory, Mysore Sugar Factory, Mysore Sandal Soap, and then Sandalwood Oil Extraction Unit, Hindu Modern Hotel, Bangalore Public Library, Bangalore University Engineering College, Jayachama Rajendra Vocational Training Institute, Kabban Park Century Club. Likewise, these individual accomplishments, perhaps there is no parallel in the world which has been contributed for the development of one nation. So we should take the inspiration from such a great soul, and we should also try to incorporate those qualities in us. You know, Puna's Deccan Club, Hebbal Agricultural Research Institute, implementation of compulsory primary education for the first time, and then Gwalior's Tiger Dam, Puna's Khadakwasla Reservoir, world's first automatic sluice gates for KRS, Mahanadi Flood Control Project. This way, Sir M. Vishweshwaraya has contributed to our country. All his efforts, endeavors, actions resulted in such a wonderful accomplishments for the development of our country. He used to tell always that we should work not for 7 hours, but 17 hours. Our human body is capable of working for 17 hours. But, you know, nature expects 5 hours of sleep from us. But by custom, we sleep for 7 hours. Lazy fellows, 9 hours. And vicious, 11 hours. We should not oversleep and waste our life. He says, sleep for 5 hours, get up and be active all your life. I think he led such a life. That's why he could accomplish great things for our country. And continuing further, this is why it has gone slow. Okay. Effective time utilization. Okay. Idle mind is devil's workshop. Idle mind is devil's workshop. I have 5 minutes time. 10 minutes? 5 minutes?
Yes, sir. Okay.
Okay. You see, idle mind is devil's workshop. Think positive, think differently. That's what we should think out of the box. Brain is the central office of all human activity. Like machine needs oiling, brain needs thinking. That's why I said we have alcoholics, workaholics, but we don't have thinkaholics. We have to think creatively. Be a writer, poet, artist, singer, dancer, player, designer, architect, whatnot. Try to imbibe as many qualities as possible. You know, Bertrand Russell has said one very interesting thing. What is happiness? When we, in our life, take interest in wide range of activities, and when you encounter situations and things and persons, you should be as far as possible friendly rather than hostile. Then there will be happiness. So in our life, we have to have that kind of rapport with the people, and then enjoy life, work hard, and get happiness. Then I'll come towards end. I just wanted to show a few visuals. If you become creative, how you can come out with some ideas. You know, I was inspired with that Newton's story, and I developed one string, you know, steel wire I tied at 45-degree angle from the compound to the first floor of our house, and I tied one bag with the, you know, the plastic ring, and then tied one rope to the bag and put few stones in the bag, and newspaper wala and milk wala comes and puts into the bag, and then when I pull, see, he puts that milk and then newspaper, I pull that wire, this rope, and that bag comes into my hands in the first floor. So likewise, you know, I had one problem in our house. overhead tank used to get filled and then overflow. My neighbors used to always tell me, Shiv Prakash, your overhead tank is overflowing. Why don't you switch off the motor? Oh, sorry, thank you, auntie. I used to go and switch off the motor. Then I thought, sitting in my room, I should know when I should switch off the motor. So what I did, I used a half-liter mineral water bottle. I tied a rope, nylon rope to that, and I filled water in it, and then I dumped it into the overhead tank. And then I allowed that nylon rope to pass through a bent PVC pipe, and then it goes further and then goes through another bent PVC.
Sir, your voice. Sir, your voice is not audible.
Network issue है sir.
Yeah, some network issue is there.
I think these all requires high bandwidth. Your videos and so many photographs.